Hey everybody, Mr. Gibson again. So this tutorial follows on from the one where I showed you how to make the weather vane cups. And this tutorial talks you through how to print them on Einstart printers. The Einstarts are the little blue ones that are currently in T4. Okay, so you've created your part and you want to print it. So the first thing you should do is rename it, really. These are unmemorable and unrecognizable crazy names that Tinkercad gives your part. You want to rename it. I'd like you to use a naming format. So I'd like you to give it your name and then an underscore and then a part name. So I'm going to call this weather. Yeah, so it's your name, underscore, and then an obvious part name. And if we keep to that naming convention, then we'll know exactly what everything is and who it belongs to. So to turn this into a file for printing, the printer understands something called an STL file. You can just click the export button and you select STL. When you do that, you'll see Gibson Weather arrive in your downloads folder. So if you view that in folder, you can see it there. Now the easiest way to get it from your computer downloads folder onto the 3D printer is via a memory stick. So I've just popped a memory stick in my computer and I'm just going to right click copy it from my downloads folder, and then I'm going to go to my stick. Where is my stick? What's it doing down there? I'm going to go to my stick and I'm going to right click paste it into my memory stick. Okay. Don't put it in a folder. If you put it in a folder, the 3D printer won't recognize it. It's got to be in just in the main area there. So you can see there it is sitting in my memory stick. Okay. So once you've got that on your memory stick, you can load your memory stick with more than one file from more than one computer if you want to. So you could go and collect up people's work onto a single memory stick, and so long as you've stuck to that naming convention, it will be clear. Once you've done that, you need to go to the computers that are in the corner of the room associated with the 3D printers and open a piece of software called 3D Star. It's on the desktop. You can't miss it. So let me just delete everything. Okay, so when you open 3D Star, you see a workspace like this. This workspace here represents the build platform in one of the printers. And the first thing you need to do is load your STL file onto the build platform. So that's just this little folder here. Yeah. And you browse and you browse and find your memory stick and select your file, open your file. Okay. So there's my weather vane cup sitting on the build platform of the 3D printer. So the mouse controls always confuse me because on this piece of software it's left mouse button for rotate view and your scroll wheel for zoom and your right mouse button for pan. So it's kind of the opposite of what I'm used to. We want 4 of those. So the first thing is select it. And then you can just use the keyboard shortcuts, Control C for copy, Control V for paste, and it will arrange them for you. So you've got 4 on your build platform. If you did want to move things around, you can use this tool down here. So that's a move. You can just grab hold of these arrows. If I just select the red one and then grab hold of it, I can move things forwards and backwards in that plane, or if you select the green arrow, you can move things forwards and backwards in that plane. You will find that your weather vane cups come in the correct orientation. If you're unlucky with another part, what happens is you'll find that your weather vane comes in the wrong way up, not not the way up that you want to build it. So, for instance, it arrives like that, and you've seen what I've done. I've used this rotate tool, and you can grab hold of it and rotate it. A top tip though is I wouldn't try and align it with the build platform by eye. I'd use this thing here, that little tool there. You select that and then you click on a surface, it'll align the surface that you select with the build platform. So if I do that and then select this bottom, this downward facing surface here, click that and then that, yeah. It aligns the selected surface with the build platform, so it's a pretty useful tool. Okay, so when you're happy, you've got 4 parts in there, they're correctly rotated. One other thing, I'll just show you another tool. Here's another tool you can use. This is a scaling tool. So these are quite large, at 50mm, that's kind of top end. I'm just going to shrink mine down by a small amount. So if I select all 4 of them, I'm just holding shift down to select all 4. I can apply shrinkage. So I'm going to shrink them just by 10%. So I've put 90% in this shrinkage box, and I've got uniform scaling selected. So now if I press enter, it will make all 4 of those 90% of their original size. So if you just watch when I hit enter, you'll see them shrink slightly. Yeah. So they're like 45mm now in diameter, aren't they? Somewhere around there. So that I think is ideal, to be honest, for this part. 50mm is just a tiny bit big, but it's okay. So once you're happy, you've got the orientation, you've got the number of them, you've shrunk them if you need to, so you're happy with the size. It's time to slice them. So this is the slice tool here. Documents were modified. Do you want to save your changes? Yes, please. Yeah. And you can just save it in there. Yes, I want to replace it. Okay, and this is slicing it. So what slicing's doing is it's turning your 3D STL file into lots and lots and lots of layers. So it's slicing it into 0.1mm layers and producing lots and lots and lots of 2-dimensional files. And that's what the 3D printer will understand. So it says path generation succeeded, yeah. Open path folder, so you can just see, if you do that, so you can see in here now. So we've got 2 files now. So I've got my original STL file that I call Gibson Weather, and I've got this .gsd file, and that's the file that the 3D printer is going to understand and build. So once you can see that .gsd file on your USB stick, you can remove your stick, you can plug it into the 3D printer and follow the instructions on the printer to play it. It's basically very easy. You select the build icon, and then you select the USB icon, and you press play, and off it'll go. Whenever you do any 3D printing, you should always watch the first couple of layers. Normally, if things go wrong, it's in the first couple of layers. So by the time it's built through 3 or 4 layers, it's usually safe to take your eye off it and just perhaps go back to it every 5 or 10 minutes. But off it'll go, and it'll build your parts. So I hope that's clear, folks. Good luck with that. 4 of those each, please.